Who's up next? Lion Bob?
President Ken, fellow Lions, yes. I got a couple happy dollars here. I'm glad to be here. And I'm feeling well. Everything went good with my valve replacement. So I get up this morning and I got gout so bad I can't hardly walk no longer. But other than that, I feel great.
I'm John Claypool.
President Ken, fellow Lions and guests, proof positive that the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. It's good to see you, Bob. The gal will pull away.
Well, there's one that's happening.
I have a sad dollar. Past District Governor Mark Phelps is still scoping out Riderwood today, right now. And the other happy dollar is I survived an entire weekend with my twin grandsons, 3-year-olds, and all it does is prove that I'm in a lot better shape than I thought I was.
Yeah. Lion Walt. Just money. Hey, we like that kind of happiness. That works for us. Lion Doug Harvey. Welcome back, Doug.
Thank you, President Ken, fellow Lions and guests. Dolly and I are back from 3 lovely weeks in Greece. We both discovered on the way back, although we kind of lost being able to speak English. In Dolly's case, it's because she spoke nothing but Greek all the way over there. And me, because I had nobody to talk to.
President Ken, fellow Lions and guests, Owen and Delario, just let me know, may a Seneca. We had 2 beautiful big fat Greek weddings, and my daughter's family came over and we baptized our baby boy, 14 months old, and we had a really great time.
Fantastic. Past President Maryland.
President Ken, fellow Lions and guests, would it be all right if I walked over there? There's somebody I want to introduce. Okay. Carlos, would you mind standing? A few weeks ago, I got to talking to Carlos, and I just want you guys to know that he's leaving tomorrow for our
Evergreen State College.
Evergreen State College. And I just wanted you to recognize him, and so thank you for clapping hands. So we're going to wish him well, and I'm sure you'll be back on break time, and we'll show up here again. So thanks, guys. Oh, the dollar. I suppose you want that.
We can say.
I bet Lion Brantford has something to share.
President Ken, fellow Lions guests. Happy dollar. Too bad George Moore's not here. He and I were up at the Husky game on Saturday. First time I've been in that stadium since they redid it. Hey, it's one hell of a facility up there. Had a good time.
They have football up there?
Yeah.
Paul.
President Ken, fellow Lions and guests, it's kind of a sad and expensive dollar. The other afternoon, I was cooking something in the oven, and I opened the door, my glasses fogged up, so I flipped my glasses off, and at the same time, my hearing aid flipped into the oven. I only cooked it on one side, but it's gone.
Lion Jim.
One's a disturbed dollar because I was going to recognize Carlos for the great job he does and what a positive influence he's been here with all these hooligans. But and I also happy dollar for the picnic yesterday at the Harveys. It was very nice. The barbecue, not the picnic, but we appreciate that. I have some extra Tums if anybody would like that. The other thing is kind of a sad dollar, but I have up for auction a slightly used USC sweatshirt with stains down the front. So if anybody is interested, see you later. Darrell?
They
I
make
think
those
he
nice
deserves to put in an extra quarter. The picnic was Sunday, not yesterday.
We'll still accept his happy dollar.
Okay.
Hal Palmer.
President Ken, fellow Lions guests. First happy dollar. Doug and Dolly always put on a wonderful picnic, but my wife says it tasted like a squash. It was zucchini, but she said it tasted like a squash. I don't know what that means, because I would not eat it. You know what that stuff? That curls your toes. Second happy dollar is, anybody name a team in the Pac-12 in Washington that's 2-0?
Cougars!
Yeah, Cougars, yeah. All right. And the final happy dollar, because this is incredibly sad, I had to golf with my brother with the Kilted Classic. And it wasn't until 5 holes left that he gave me the club that I could actually make it work.
That's usually the club's fault.
Okay, Mal.
Right here, right here.
Lion Lloyd.
King Lion, fellow Lions guest, I'll second that, Hal. The Cougars are on a roll. They're gonna go. They're going all the way, I think. And my second dollar is a question dollar, but Lion Jim beat me to it. I was just wondering what was happening down to USUC land. Not much, I guess, huh?
Well, they celebrated you not being there.
Thank you, Lloyd. I have a feeling David's got some happy dollars to share with us. Oh, yes. You got a musical dollar for us, Dave?
I do.
I'm gonna start giving the music.
President Ken, fellow Lions, and honored guests, there's $2 for the bucket. I don't, probably not all in that order, but anyway. Anyway, the song that I'm going to sing, you already know what it is. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
There you go. Fantastic job, David. We missed your music. Pat, Lion Pat.
President Ken, fellow Lions and guests, I have $1. We went to Seattle to celebrate our 60th anniversary with our children and grandchildren. And I'll tell you, there's nothing like family. It was a great trip. We even went to the Husky game first, then out to a wonderful dinner out of the country club, and the next day they took us on a train ride up to Snoqualmie, and it was just wonderful.
Fantastic. How you doing, Jerry? And I see a little happiness over here, or is that just spare change hanging out? Okay.
I'm happy to put it in there.
Oh, look at that. Turn the grocery outlet right there. Oh, no plugs, no plugs. Now it's just Eric.
I just got a happy dollar because I heard the Palmers are playing in the Kilty Classic, so I put together a team last minute to make sure they didn't win.
Yeah, but who beat you?
My buddy Patrick Palmer.
President and fellow Lions and guests. Okay, how many people in this room really do believe in God? Okay, really? Yeah, well, there is one, because Hal's team and my team came in second. And truly, we actually re-added the scorecard like 6 times and went, man, you know, a 30 handicap really helps. Little other thing is that Friday, Hal and I snuck away and went up to Fort Townsend to the wooden boat show and saw some really cool boats and just hung out, had some good brother time, bought each other presents. It was really nice. Actually, what did you get me? You didn't get me anything. I got you a mug. Never mind. It's all right. It's cool. It's all good.
Hey, I'm really sorry to have not been at Doug and Dolly's on Sunday, but at some point on midday Friday or Saturday, I started picking up a little weird bug, and you wouldn't have wanted me to be there. We'll just leave it at that. Hey, how about those Seahawks, huh? Who else can lose to the Broncos, who don't have a full team to field? And I just watched that game and got really depressed, so I really wish I would have gone to the picnic. And the last buck has to do with, hey, I am really happy that the Longview School District and the teachers have come together, and our kids are back in school, they're learning stuff, and we're going to be hopefully a community united once again.
Thank you, Patrick Morley.
Our president, good morning, kind sir, guests, and Lions members. I have a mixed dollar, but it's sad, really sad, because, well, the happy part, let me tell you that first. Lions, I want you to know the Elks have sold 16 tickets for our dance. I'm proud of them. First year, they've allowed us to put tickets in their building and have put it on Facebook for us and are hustling to sell for us. So we appreciate them. The sad part is we have not made enough money to pay my bills. The food, the band, or the ladies of the Elks who are doing the preparing of the food, the cleaning, putting everything set up and turned out. So this little dollar is crying for help. It wants to sell tickets really bad. I'm here with tickets. People that have tickets out have not been able to sell. Help. We need Lions Club Pioneers. It is September 18th on a Tuesday. King Brothers are playing. They're giving us a discount on what they would normally charge other groups to play. And it's a terrific group. The band is fantastic. And the workers that are preparing food and stuff for us, taco and nacho bar, is good. And I have a wonderful, wonderful basket committee who have put together a bunch. So we have a lot of games and prizes to give out that night. Please, please.
And they are $10 in advance, is that correct? $15 on the day of the show. So get your tickets early, buy often. And that's 1 week from today. Buy and Donna.
President Kim, fellow Lions and guests, I have a sad dollar. Bob turned 70 yesterday. We had a party planned, and he got the flu. And then I have a happy dollar because this Saturday is Tom Fulton's birthday.
What? Oh, we have to sing to him, don't we? Happy birthday!
I don't think he was expecting that. Happy birthday, Bob. Any other happy dollars back here?
Want a rebuttal dollar?
Oh, very good. I'm going to take a moment myself. And President Ken, fellow Lions and guests, there's 5 happy dollars. Let us never forget the importance of today in history. America's pulled through it. America will always be great. I'm happy I'm on vacation this week. That's $1. I got my lovely bride Jean here with me. I'll introduce her in just a second. I'm going to throw a sad dollar in there because I had to work last Tuesday because it was Labor Day and I missed you all, and I know you missed me. Yes, I did. And The last dollar is just happiness.
Front table?
Up to the front table. Did we miss any happy dollars? Anyone else got anything to share? No, you guys all look happy. Vern, what's happening, man? Leroy? President Ken?
Fellow Lions and guests, I have 3 happy dollars, and we're running out of time, so I won't be happy about anything but getting this going. On this very, very special day in the history of our country, and with a thought and memory of those we lost at 9/11, let us bow our heads for a moment and give thanks and thank them for their service. Our dearest Father which art in heaven, we thank thee for the opportunity we have to be lions in our community and to serve and to pass the torch of that level on to those we serve. May we find peace and happiness in all that we do. May we ever be grateful for those that gave up their lives in 9/11 service. With love in our hearts, we thank you for all that has blessed us with. And as you bless this food that we are about to partake of, that it will nourish and strengthen our bodies, we may continue to fulfill the dream of the community. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Our pledge by Lion Eric.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our song by Phil Olson.
The sweet land of liberty, of the I sing, land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
Thank you. Introduction of our guest. Tom, you have the list.
First of all, Gary Hill, would you like to announce your guest?
Especially now. I'll meet you in the restroom, Gary.
Fellow Lions and guests, I'm pleased to introduce my sister Brenda Roney from Eugene, Springfield area. She came up to spend a couple days with me.
And of course, I would like to introduce my very special guest, the best thing that's ever happened in my life, my lovely bride of 32 plus years, Jean Holst. And I'm guessing a bunch of you, if any of you ever hang around pharmacies, you've probably seen Jean. She's been working in every pharmacy in this town for the last 20, 40 years.
You married a drug dealer?
On purpose.
And then Vern Foster, you have a guest?
Do the program.
Vern's guest will be our speaker today, so we'll pass that one up again. At the end of it, okay, next on our list, zone report from Marilyn Patterson.
Thank you, President Ken. Fellow Lions and guests, this is just a reminder. September 26th is our first zone meeting, and it's being held out in Wahkiakum at the Wahkiakum County Fairgrounds in the youth building. So it's a little bit of a travel time, but Wahkiakum Club is the host. Dinner is $12, and I have sign-ups over here if you are interested in attending. I need a commitment by the 21st, I believe, of September. So that will be just over next week. Also, September 29th, that same week, on Saturday, is the District G Cabinet Meeting / Service Symposium. And you're welcome to come and attend the Cabinet meeting. If you want to stay and have lunch or come early for the symposium and have lunch, I definitely need to know the count. I also have a sign-up sheet over here. And I want to point out to you that we have two trifolds that we're going to display, and one of them is Roaring for Reading under the Education Committee. So if you walked by and you saw that display, that's what we're going to use. And there's also a great testimony from
10, it's over at Canterbury Park, second floor at 6:30 in the evening. Those of you that have not been to one of those, you can see what we do and where we spend our money. Second announcement, George Moore is not here. After the meeting, I'd like to call a meeting of the Melvin Jones Fellows back over here. We've got some stuff to cover for the 95th anniversary. So all of the Melvin Jones Fellows that are here, please.
Doug Harvey, Street of Streams. Street of Streams coming up on October 31st. Tonight, President Kent, fellow lands and guests. Hi, Doug. How are you?
Good segue.
Your Eminence. Fellow lands and guests. October 31st, Street of Screens. It'll be the 17th, I believe, anniversary. Anyhow, we're having our kickoff meeting tomorrow night, 5:30 at my office, 209 Hudson, for the committee to come and anybody else that wants to come for the kickoff meeting. At 5:30 tomorrow at my office, 209 Hudson. Thanks. Tom Fulton. Tom.
Yeah.
Somebody wake him up.
Yes, I just wanted to say that September, President Ken, fellow lines and guests, that on September 22nd.
It's working, go ahead.
It is? No, it's not.
No, shake a little bit.
Yeah, it's dead. Anyway, September 22nd is our extreme machine thing at the fairgrounds.
September 22nd.
September 22nd, so I need a few volunteers for the wagon.
Extreme Machine is coming up on the 22nd. Tom needs a lot of volunteer help to make that go. That's really quite an event.
Only about 6 or 7 people. That's why there's no
You need
sign.
7 people. For this club, that's a lot.
And then last Saturday, we had our final thing at the Highlander Festival on Saturday with the ice cream machine. We made $864 in one day.
Great. And now we'd like to call on Third Vice President Darlene Mongen for a couple of special announcements and presentations.
President Ken, fellow lines and guests. We had our wrap-up meeting for Relay last Wednesday, and every time we donate money to Relay, they send us a nice little letter thanking us for, for the survivors and the people that have passed away because of cancer and all the research that we're doing. This year, we placed 5th with $6,183. It's really hard for us to go against like Red Canoe and Fiber and Walmart and stuff because sometimes the corporations donate money. But I think, for us with a small group, and we have about, I think there's 5 or 6 of us on the team this year, raising this amount of money for cancer research. And it's all types of cancer. And there have been people locally that have gone into doing different types of research on it, and they put them into special programs because the doctors have done everything they can do, and they've got some special testing they can do. And some of the people locally have done this, and we help pay for this. If they have to go, to Portland or even Seattle or whatever.
So it's all good. Right now, Lower Columbia College has got a lot of my attention, and I'm really proud of the program, the athletic program that we built there at LCC. It's incredible. For the 2nd straight year, we won the Athletic Directors Cup in the NWAC Conference. Lower Columbia is a member of the NWAC, 35 schools in the Northwest, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Canada. And the Athletic Directors Cup goes to the school that has the highest finishes in their league and then the highest finishes in the conference.
So all athletes get one of those?
No, we just get one cup. It just sits in my office, and but it's the kids that do it and the coaches. And so we have 6 sports teams at LCC, and every one of them made the playoffs. And Hal will love to know that our soccer team made the playoffs last year. Yeah, so we're a soccer school now at Lower Columbia, which is great. So anyway, our baseball team won the title. Our softball team took 2nd place. Both of our basketball teams placed and finished at the NWAC tournament, and our volleyball team also placed in 5th. So you add all the numbers together on a point system, and we won the Athletic Directors Cup again. So yeah, I'm proud of that. It's good stuff. It really is. The President's Cup numbers will be coming out probably in about a month, and that's based on academic. Now, for 2 straight years, we've taken 3rd in the President's Cup for academic excellence. So I'm very hopeful that we'll get a little higher than that, and one of these days we'll win that. And the athletics or the academics, I should say, is very important to us at Lower Columbia. So I think we do it right, and I really do. We get good kids, and we win games. We make the community proud, and we bring full-time equivalents to the college. That's kind of what it's all about. We have 115 athletes every year in our 6 sports. Some from here in town, many from all over the Northwest or the West Coast, and that's a boost to the economy when these kids are paying rent and buying food and paying tuition and going to school here. So it's a good mission. Yes, sir. Just the student athletes in the conference. Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Can you talk a little bit about the academic qualifications for the athletic department? How we tie those 2 together?
Oh, well, we tie them together big time because if you don't perform up to snuff academically, you don't play at Lower Columbia College. And we have NWAC guidelines that they have to adhere to. They have to be in 12 credits. They have to have a GPA over 2. They have to have 36 credits by the next year when they're sophomores. And those are all standards that are well below what we have. So they stay eligible. But a 3-point is considered, what we're looking for. But really what we're looking for is 3 5s and just academic excellence. And we have a study table program. Our athletes from 8:30 in the morning to noon, for every hour they're not in class, they're in study table. We have a study table monitor. We have tutors. We help them. It's all about time management, and it's an important part of our program. It really is. Now, if sophomores can be at a 3.2 and above, then they're excused from study table. But the moment that they fall below that, they're back into study table. And we do have a lot of athletes that, even though they qualify to not be in study table, they stay there because it's great time management. I mean, they've got a lot they've got to do. Class, practice, games, road trips, all that stuff. So I love it. It's important. It's important that we do that. Yes?
Is there scholarship funding for the athletes?
Oh, we're doing that right now. We're busy on that. Yeah. The NWAC does not allow full scholarships, but we do have some parameters and some scholarships we can give. It's usually about 55 to 60% of what a tuition will be. The problem is we have to fundraise for it. And every year we've got to come up with about $90,000 to fully fund our scholarships. And so we've worked with the LCC Foundation on this. Coming up on Thursday, September 20th, the Community Foundation in Southwest Washington has what's called the Give More 24, and LCC Athletics is part of that again this year. Last year we raised $20,000. Our goal was 16. We raised 20 this year. Of course, they tell me now the goal's 20, and so we'll see how we do. Bud Black, former member of the Pioneer Lions Babe Ruth team. he gave us a $5,000 match, which is great on that, and helped us publicize it. And so that was really nice to have a major leaguer do that. So that's coming up. We have our athletics banquet and Hall of Fame coming up on Groundhog's Day. And then we just continue to get out there and try to raise money to fund this for the kids. So it's that's why I appreciate you asking that question, because yes, that's coming up. And the one thing about LCC athletics, and actually what I'm going to do is I brought some flyers for our program here. We also sell corporate sponsorships and signage in the gymnasium, commercials on our streaming television coverage, PA announcements, all of that stuff. And it goes to the scholarships. The foundation's been great to allow us to sell those in the campus. So if you know a business that's looking for a good bang from their buck, I mean, you can buy a sign at a ballpark somewhere, and that's great. But I think if you can partner with us, there's a lot of different ways. We still haven't sold a sponsor that's going to put their logo on our uniforms yet. I need 10 grand for that one. So the college actually allows us to do that now. You see that in the NBA. They have a little logo. The women's NBA, they put the logo, like that's the biggest thing on the jerseys now. But anyway, we do have that ability to do that. So.
MLS the same way.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, they're not the Timbers, they're the Alaska Airliners, or whatever it says on the front there. But yes, sir, here.
You mentioned Bud Black. I know where he's at, Colorado. Where's Rick Sweet now?
Rick Sweet. Rick just had another great summer as the manager of the Colorado Springs Sky Sox, the AAA manager of the Milwaukee Brewers. And they won their division in the Pacific Coast League again. Yeah. So, yeah, Rick's great. He's been in baseball a long time. He's got to be over 40 years now in baseball. And, you know, I think I've said this before to this group. I still think Rick deserves a chance to be in the major leagues. But he's just a great minor league AAA coach and enjoys it. He lives in Arizona now. And he's got a, I don't want to say adopted son, but his new wife's got a son who's an up-and-coming great player that we may hear of sometime. Seth Chick is his name. And Rick told me, he goes, yeah, maybe I could incorporate my name. I go, no, Rick, you don't want him to be called Seth Sweet Chick. That just wouldn't, probably wouldn't be right. But anyway. Rick's real proud of that kid, and of course proud of his daughter and his brothers here in town, Steve and Rocky. So the Sweet family's awesome. And Rick, too, a former LCC Red Devil, also supports our program every year by making donations. And he comes back to see his mother, Leona, a lot, and he'll come down to the ballpark and talk to our players down there. And that's pretty cool when you have major leaguers like that and professional guys that come back and talk to the current Red Devils and tell them how important our program is. It's really awesome. I'm proud about it for sure. So, any other questions about what's going on?
So what do we look forward to in the coming year?
In the coming year, well, let's see. Where the Babe Ruth World Series is over, so I don't have to worry about that for maybe another 4 years or so. That's quite an undertaking. My son took that over kind of as my co-president, so as you struggle to hand these things over to a younger generation, it's tough. It really is. I mean, you always wish you had younger folks that would see service, and but I'm still trying. I'm still trying to get our younger generation to come in here. My son is 29 years old right now, and he's back in town. He's really struggling to get hired at the college. I don't understand that. I always look at guys that come back to this community and sometimes they struggle to find jobs. And I just don't understand it. I mean, I just think local people that have that on their resume and they've shown the desire to live in this community should get these opportunities. So when I hear stories of sons and daughters and grandsons and daughters who come back to Longview, they're sick of the sitting in traffic in Seattle for 3 hours a day. and they come back here and they notice, Longview and Kelso's not so bad, right? Love this community, man. I just love it when young professionals like Eric and others come back here and make their careers and home here. So hopefully I'll pass the torch on him a little bit so he can continue to do those great things. But it's going to be another great year of Red Devil sports. I fully expect us to continue to compete for those athletic directors cups and make the community proud. And as far as radio goes, Vern and I are having a great time. It's pretty rare to have 3 local radio stations owned by a local family and to do as well as we're doing and to have employees that have been there that long. I mean, trust me, at this size market, that's usually where you start and then you move on. And I don't know, Vern and I aren't very good, so I guess we've hit our level here. But, yeah, I love it. Yes, sir.
How's the field doing with its retrofit from a couple years? That's time ahead of it.
Yeah, Story Field. It's awesome. I love it. Story Field with the artificial infield. It really made it great for that Babe Ruth World Series. We had if you remember on the weekend, we had a couple of squalls hit that just boom was on us like nothing. If we would have had the old field, we would have lost a whole day of play there. That artificial infield is just incredible, and hey, it's holding up pretty good. Got to get about 10 years out of it, and this was our 2nd year, and the field's in good shape. It is getting, with the Black Bears playing on it, it gets a lot of use and a lot of wear, but so far so good. So hopefully it's a beautiful park.
How's JM doing in retirement, or his tomatoes?
His tomatoes they're luscious, they're ripe. I haven't talked to John in about a month or so. He's been kind of scarce. Has he been in the studio?
He lives a block from my mom, so I see him occasionally.
Oh, okay.
And I'll run up there and he's out there just puttering around.
Doing his thing, yeah.
Enjoying life, enjoying
Yeah,
life.
good for John, man. That's awesome. I mean, to be, he's a character, and sometimes it would come off it like we were butting heads on the air a little bit. I think that was part of our shtick. But no, he's a great guy. That was a good career, and if he's just doing tomatoes right now, good for him. He earns it. He earns it.
One early opinion, David Martin's a keeper.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, his first couple of days, I'm going, whoa, cut the energy down a little bit here. I'm not going that hard. No, he's good. He'll be good, and we'll establish our relationship as we get going a little bit, and it'll be fun. Al?
Can we get some turf over on North Lake Field?
Boy, I sure hope so. I know the president of the college would love to see that.
Yeah. You got any estimates on that?
Well, I can tell you without an estimate how much it's going to cost. That'll be probably just under $1 million to probably do that, and that's a lot of money in my world. I don't know. Other people seem to think it's no big deal, but the school district owns it, and the school district has other things on their table right now, I'm guessing. But I agree, it's great to have the kids back. But I'm hoping down the road, North Lake could become a great turfed field and with a stadium situation and stuff. It's in a cool location, that's for sure. Any other things for how am I doing on time, President? Ken?
Whenever you want.
Ken, whenever I want? Well, okay, let's break down this right here. No, I'm just kidding him. Ken's busier than anybody. He was up, what? You went to the 911 Remembrance today, then you had another one of your forums.
Yep.
And then you had this right here today. And then what do you got later?
Columbia Theater.
Columbia Theater thing? That guy's unbelievable. Hey, when are you going to mix the nap in?
If I go do anything else, I have to stay home morning, I'll make me work.
No, he wasn't even listening. He was just kind of there. Yes, sir.
Walt just reminded me, your brothers, I don't know exactly what to call it, but my wife takes me there because she says, this isn't in Longview. And I said, yes, you are.
Is it okay to shamelessly plug my brother's winery at this point right here? All right. Roland Wines. Yeah. It's tremendous. That's $5 right now? Okay, that's probably worth it. That's worth it. But if anybody hasn't been there, 11th in Florida, it's kind of like a little trip to Woodinville there a little bit. He took Brad Link's old warehouse and turned it into a nice little spot to sip a little wine between Wednesday and Saturday. So the pizzas, that's my nephew Zach. He's money on that. It's really good, that wood-fired pizza. So thanks for bringing that up. I appreciate it. Go buy Roland Wines. Tell him his brother sent so I can get a free bottle. Thank you so much for inviting me back again. I appreciate it. Thank you. You guys are great.
Kirk, stay here. Don't be long on the way. First of all, we really appreciate you and all you've done over the years. We go back, you were talking about Rick and Buddy. I can remember the Central Little League.
Oh, yeah.
That shows you how old I am.
Well,
but we're very proud that you have made it possible for Vern Foster and John Morelli to get the perfect attendance for us.
All right.
By coming to our meeting.
All right.
I'd like to present you with this mug. It's for coffee, not beer.
I was going to say, since you've upgraded from the coffee cups to the beer steins, I'll be back.
Great. Thank you, Rick. We appreciate it. One of the committees I forgot to announce. Do you have sunshine report?
Yes, I do.
Gail has a sunshine report for us, I forgot.
President Ken, fellow Lions and guests, Greg Swanson is having heart surgery today. So I have a card going around. So please keep him in your thoughts and prayers.
And don't forget the events coming up. We have sign-up sheets over here for the zone conference for visitations. And Tom needs 7 people for the Extreme Machine event coming up. And the stock hop on the 18th, make sure that you're there, get tickets in the back. With that, the first drawing of the day comes from Our Ladies with the Food. Marnie, come here, I'll tell you which one to get.
And David gets whatever's left over.
Good. White ticket. 396. 682. How many still in it?
The answer is always 9.
0.
Two hands go up.
You got it. Walt, spec again, 3966820. Okay. All the way up here in front, Walt spec. The red ticket, 054855. Shirley, where do you want to go, Shirley? White cane, thank you. Mr. Secretary.
Mr. President, it is a sad day for the Pioneer Lions. As I look at this sheet, number 4 in the club, Tom Little, forgot to say.
Tom Little didn't sign in. Mike and Pat Parker did not sign in. Mike, don't argue with her, she'll win.
Walt and Marie Speck.
Walt and Marie Speck did not sign in. Marie, why didn't you sign in?
I believe I see Sue Skinner back there. She did not sign in. Who? Sue Skinner. Sue Skinner.
Sue didn't sign in. You didn't sign in. How can a new member not sign in?
Pretty simple.
She wanted the experience of not signing in. Who else we got?
I want the experience of winning a Joker going.
And with that, don't forget everybody, board meeting this coming Thursday morning. You'll want to be there. We're going to have a good board meeting. Going to be a lot of new and positive information for the club. With that, we thank Darlene for the special award we got for the Relay for Life. What a terrific job the ladies have done all year. And we thank Kirc Roland for being here with us. Looking forward to a great season at LCC again. With that, meeting adjourned.